It's just a music box connected to a DC motor.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
Really?
You want to play Happy Birthday too?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
That's really
That's pretty, that's a unique way of doing it. Everyone all basically did the same thing, but that's kind of different.
Very cool. Would you please explain?
Yeah, so if you see here, I have a battery pack. And if you follow the cables, they all lead to this little DC motor. This one too, except this one is intercepted by the switch. There's no continuity until these two metal terminals are connected by this little metal sliver. And then that powers the motor. And I have the lights connected to the terminals as well. And that's why it lights up and runs the motor.
So, does it work without battery?
It will not work without battery because there's nothing powering the motors or the lights.
And
Okay.
does it take all three batteries, or could you do it with one?
You could just do it with one, but it gives more power and torque for this.
Gotcha.
So what do you think the total voltage that you used?
You know, I don't know the voltage of these little
Oh, okay.
batteries.
So what if I replace the battery with a solar panel?
You'll probably be receiving less energy. It really depends on what kind of solar panel and the amount of energy being converted.
Okay.
Which one? I think this is the
Oh,
coolest.
okay. This is my gadget. It's a little winky. There you go, you know,
That's pretty sick.
airplane. In here, there's a batteries. The batteries connect to the DC motor up here. That's connecting to this little switch that makes it go around. And it's just double A batteries, just two.
Doesn't require a lot of voltage to run it.
No, not a lot.
You did a good job of hiding the batteries.
Yeah, it's just really bad. She's a little broken, it's okay.
So does it fly or it doesn't fly?
It doesn't fly just because the body's a little too heavy for the thing to fly.
Okay. So what you could have replaced the body other than the paper? I believe you used the paper,
This cardboard.
cardboard instead of cardboard. What material you could have replaced to make it fly?
Paper or plastic.
Plastic, yeah.
I would go with plastic because I feel like it would be,
It'd be too flimsy with paper.
yeah, just plastic would have been, I feel like it's almost, not durablest, but
Yeah,
second
it makes
best.
sense.
Maybe a kind of metal,
Mm-hmm.
a lightweight metal.
Yeah, aluminum or something.
And then this is my project. It's a little fan, you know. I think I lost one of my connections. And you just connect it just like a switch, kind of like the music box. And then these all just connect to the DC motor right here. It's powered by a 9-volt battery, but it also uses solar if you didn't have a 9-volt battery. And you know, we need the cool air for this aggressive weather. So.
Okay, cool, fine.
So it's me. So this is also a fan. It uses like three kind of energy. Yeah, so here's the mechanical, and here's the solar energy, and here's the electrical. Yeah.
Why did you include three?
Yeah, it's easier to show like everyone how the energy works.
Okay.
Oh, actually, that was pretty cool. These three instead.
Yeah.
Makes it way more accessible, so if you don't have one of them, you have another way to use it.
Okay. So what is the function of DC? DC motor I believe you used. So what is its function?
It convey the electrical to the
So battery has what kind of energy?
electrical.
Electrical or chemical?
Oh, chemical.
Chemical
Yeah.
energy, good. And then?
Yeah. So the DC model converted to is it mechanical?
Mechanical,
Yeah.
good. So inside of the DC motor, anybody got any idea how it works? What the DC motor has inside?
I'm guessing some type of springs attached to it, and then also other, almost like almost like gear shifts.
Like
Almost
a rotary.
yeah, almost like a rotary,
Okay, so
or like even a piston. Yeah.
have you not seen magnets working on the DC motor?
Yeah.
So DC motor basically has two things, so the magnets and the coil. So when you have the current through the coil, the magnetic field exerts a certain force in the opposite direction of the current flow. So they're perpendicular. Okay, that's how the DC motor works. Okay? Yeah?
Yeah.
Your role seems to be so cool.
So my project is I can't remember the exact name of the carnival ride. I was just like ever since I was a kid, I was always scared. Carousel? Is that what it's called, right? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't want to say it. I was like, I didn't want to be wrong, but so the way that this works, that is, of course, it's connected to one single battery, and then the switch causes it to open like a current and close a current. If you close it down, it activates, and it causes the DC motor to propel everything. And then instead of for the way that the swings work, of course, just use strings so it can give that effect of make it look like it's actually swinging around. And other than that, it didn't take that much. It doesn't take that much energy because it's a single battery. So maybe like 9 volts. That's it. Not that much. I feel.
Okay, so do you think it would be dangerous to fly like that, or does it have any kind of issues?
The issues is that it is tad bit slanted, and a lot of there could be a lot of like things like, of course, like in a carnival, like you see that people take a lot of precautions, but even then some precautions can't prevent the like a possibility of something to like were to happen. Like let's say there's too much voltage and it just goes out of all like haywire.
Okay, is there any way you can modify this to provide protection?
Maybe a harness,
Okay. Or maybe a kind of belt,
a belt, yeah.
a seat belt kind of thing where the passengers can be tightly held to the chair.
I would also say probably maybe even a chain connecting to the seat just in case if they fall
Yes.
out.
Yeah, good work.
So my project is a wind turbine. This is a DC motor, and you connect the wires to the battery. And it spins. And it can also be solar powered.
So what, if I use this energy, whatever the energy that we get from the fan, can I glow the light using that energy? Is that possible? Okay, so
Because
That's what we use.
yeah.
so now that two of you have done your solar powered projects, so which is the best energy? What do you think? Is the solar energy or the chemical energy or and especially our county is famous for oil, gas. So which energy do you think is the best?
I think it just depends on what it
Depends.
is.
I mean, I think the most reliable one would probably be electricity because you know the charge of it and you know that it'll last a certain amount of time. While on certain days the sun may not be as bright or
Okay.
it may not receive as much solar energy. And then of course with the mechanical based type of thing, you have to constantly work to provide energy.
Okay, so it's not viable, like, it's not user friendly. You have to keep on moving it. Good, so my question is like, which energy is more eco-friendly and renewable or cost-effective? Have you ever thought when you were building this?
I would say solar energy because
Solar energy
Yeah,
is,
it's the
Yeah.
cheapest and the sun is always going to be there.
okay,
and then
good.
it's also renewable too.
Yeah.
As long as you use it or even save it too.
And then
Choose to.
for batteries eventually die, right? So
Yes,
And it causes a type of erosion. Is it
Yeah.
erosion?
and chemical energy also is hard to dispose of.
okay. How did you get this idea of fixing a DC motor?
So when I saw, I took this out of an old toy, right? And I saw that it had this worm gear on it. And so I remembered that I have this music box, I just had it laying around there. that had gears, and I went to see if it, by any chance, it fit, and it did, right? Like, this moves and that moves.
So that's how you got the idea?
Yeah.
That is so cool. So what did you learn from this project?
That all sources of energy can be used in some way, shape, or form, and that they provide more energy for us to use because this could provide energy just by using another source of energy.
And then there's many outlets to energy, to a source. You can always find a source. It's like almost find like a food source, a water source. So there's always a source.
Yeah, good. Good, I'm happy that you all did and you learned something. Anybody wants to say what you learned out of this? So when you took up that project, did you feel any difficulty or overwhelming?
A little bit just from wiring it up together.
Okay. So all these kind of circuits, are they series circuit or a parallel circuit? We learned about series parallel circuits. So all these circuits are series or parallel? Yeah, the simple series circuit. Look at these batteries, how they're connected, so it's a simple series circuit. Can we work with a parallel circuit, these kind of things?
Yeah.
Yes.
Be a lot more work though.
Yeah. Take it a lot longer than that.
Yeah.
Definitely. These projects have taught me like that there's a lot more to making a circuit than what we think, like what runs our house or what runs the lights in the school or the AC or anything like that. It all uses it. It's a lot more complex than you think.
Okay, cool. Okay, now let's move there. Let me move